All right, guys, we're back. I had to bring Marky Mark in on this because he and I have been talking about a few things. And one of them was, of course, let me see if I can get rid of this background. Give you guys the real background again. There we go. All right. So, one of the things I did today was I went to a table read of the Red Hood YouTube show. So I had on the Gotham PD shirt, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting in. Now, this table read truly started at 2 o'clock and ended around 7. It was about a 5 hour table read. There were, some breaks in between, but it was one of those things that I had to see for myself. I had to experience this because my background is from film. I went to college for filmmaking, and Jason was a gracious host. His brother, who plays the Joker in the series, was the man that really he did all the stage notes. When reading out. So Jason enters left and all the da 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 da. He did all that. But to see these people come together um, around the table as they did this read was simply a very special moment for me because this was something that you only get to see see, I watch a lot of crap TV, so like Family Guy and stuff like that, and those type of shows where they actually show you the actors around the table reading the script. So now I am watching this. I don't need to tell you, Marky Mark. I'm sitting there. I put the Batman soundtrack in my ear, right? I have the Batman soundtrack in my ear, and I'm just listening. It's low, it's real low, so I can hear because I'm off onto the couch. They had a gentleman, and I believe his wife. They had made some food. I had brought this nice little tray of cookies I had got from the Food Lion. And I mean, dude, they had soft tacos, hard tacos, pulled pork, soft tacos.
Oh,
They had
wow.
the salad. They had the salad mix. They had nacho stuff, so you could make nachos with this stuff. They had, of course, drinks. They had water and they had chips. They had my favorite little smart popcorn thing there. So you know me, Mark. I was tearing
You
that
were
up.
good to go, right?
Yeah, I was tearing that up. So I was really impressed with, again, how everything went, how smoothly everything went. The thing I really want to tell you the most about, of course, is the storyline.
Okay.
This man has created, Jason Copen has created his own Batman universe. Um, Now, I know everybody's like, "Oh, the multiverse, da 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 da," but suspend that for a minute.
Okay.
We had Young Justice, which took place on Earth 17 and all this other stuff. And now, of course, James Gunn has gotten rid of all the multiverse stuff, and now it's just one universe. But
Correct.
you still have the Elseworlds. So that's where I kind of put this because he had so many connection pieces. When I
Hmm.
tell you this man, the Red Hood is connected to this character, he's connected to that character. Small bit players, but in the broader scale of Gotham, they're big wigs.
Oh, wow.
Oh man. And the ending made me go, damn, he had put so much thought in how the character started to the end of this character.
Okay.
So I really wanted you to come there with me to enjoy this experience. You were like, well, when's the next time? He said he's doing this show, or I think it's going to be a movie,
Oh,
uh,
wow. Okay.
Gotham Knights, which is his take on Batman Beyond.
Wow. Oh, that would be cool then.
Man, he was telling me some stuff, and I want to tell you guys what was going on. But here's what I'm trying to say now is because I messed up on Saturday because after sword class, I had to go to Yester Toys. Okay.
Okay.
I was tired. I was beat up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look, at 5:55, he goes, "You didn't do a video today." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh my God, every Saturday at 2 o'clock. Porter room, porter room."
Yeah.
I forgot. But Jason has fired something up in me that I wanted to do, but not to jump on, of course, his bandwagon. I don't want to take anything away from what the guy is doing because he's doing real work. He's actually got a few actors that are doing movies with Amazon.
Wow.
They're on Amazon movies. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just like, and they're in his production, and I thought that was so cool. But you know, we talk about the Verdant Forge and what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to be a place where people could come in, do some lightsaber training or whatever else, and then actually, if they wanted to book our room to come sit in and do their thing in, that's what we could do it in. Because we were at the Kova Church on South Newtown Road,
Okay.
and they allowed him to come back there and sit down there and do this table read. And let me tell you, the script is laced with, shall we say, colorful metaphors.
I was gonna say so
And
very self-oriented.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was. Look, man, it was a little. It was like, whoa, and it's Sunday, and there we are in this church. You know,
Wow.
f bombs are being dropped and whatnot. But it was the realism of the actors and the actresses that were there. There was one girl, I swear to you, she could do this voice. She was the computer. She was the
Okay.
she was the huntress. She was and then there was
Oh,
the
wow.
other lady who was sitting off to the next gentleman who did the Riddler's voice, and his Riddler. Oh my God, his Riddler. Think the Arkham game Riddler.
Okay, that one. Okay.
Very, very, very articulate in the mind. Everything
Yeah.
was laid out. But then he borrowed from the Batman, the new one.
Right.
You know, he goes, "You don't understand everything that I've done. All I've done is shown you the true Gotham City." I mean, he put some work in.
Wow.
I was really impressed. He has extended that invitation to you.
I can't wait. You know.
I'm telling you, this was something that you and I was just boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, guys, I don't want to take away from what he showed us. Well, showed me today, and I was sharing with Marky Mark because
Yeah.
believe me, I was like, "Look, this, this."
Yeah.
I was sending stuff all away. I really kind of wanted to do a Dogs of Gotham thing, but you know what? Next month in March, we are doing something with Jason. Um, and Jason will be a regular on the Dogs of Gotham show. Every month, we're going to showcase something that he's doing. Every month, we're going to talk about what he's doing. So he's going to be a permanent fixture on that show. With the DC Reader with me, I thought we'd come on and show you that. But we also have to talk about something else. Now, mind you, I wanted to do this kind of like thing where I was going to break up this and show you guys all that. I can't do that because for some reason, my PC won't let me log into the software we need to create the next show. So, with that being said, I think we should just get right on into it because the next show the next thing that we're talking about, of course, is Marvel's Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yes, sir. That's why I wore my shirt today too.
Look. I'm not even gonna lie. I am going to rush out and get me a shirt, uh, because I enjoyed this show so much.
Yeah, it was so good. It premiered, I think, Monday of this past week, and I know a lot of people have been saying it's a cartoon, so I think there were 6 to 8 episodes. Um, it's its own little world. You know what I say? It doesn't. It's not in the main um, their main Earth. So you get different characters. We're going to get Dr. Connors, but she's a female this time. You're getting Oscorp instead of the other characters. So we're getting that type of backstory. And I swear they did such a good job of building their universe, and they did it quickly, and it didn't seem rushed, and I absolutely loved every single character that we got in there. We get a backstory to Tombstone, we get the backstory to just about everybody that you can think of, and I think it's worthwhile watching. It is one of I gotta say, it's one of the best shows that they put out in quite a while. And I have to say, I love my DC stuff, but I am a huge fan of this series, and I've always been a huge fan of Spider-Man to begin with. But I gotta tell people, you really need to see this show.
I'm on point with you on that. I recently went out and I got a Punisher shirt, and I wore that Friday for What the Fandom Friday. And I said, I'm going to go out of my comfort zone because this is a DC fan telling you, I love Brave New World. Thought that was it was just great. I thought it was great. I'm not going to get on any soapbox. I'm not going to preach to nobody. If you don't want to go see it, don't go see it. But don't bring your argument here because I'm going to chop you down with your argument. I'm going to just chop you down. I'm going to chop you down. Now, I mean, especially after the crap that we've had from Marvel,
Yeah.
their last 4 or 5 movies ain't worth a damn.
Oh yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear anything about how this ain't a good movie. This is one of the better things that Marvel has put out. And then I go over and I see Spider-Man, and I'm into it. I loved Scorpion. I love how they brought Scorpion in.
Oh yes.
I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Tombstone. There was somebody on the internet, his character don't make sense. He's
Oh
living
no.
in a brownstone and da 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 da. And just because you're living in a brownstone, you don't know where he got that from. You don't know if his parents were gifted that from the grandfather, or you know what I mean.
Right.
The fact that they said that the gangs are keeping the other gangs out of their neighborhood. If you're living in a neighborhood with a gang, I don't care how great your brownstone is, you're still in a shitty environment.
Oh yeah. So
You know what I mean? So that blew that little argument out of the way. And again, I get it. It's people that only know Marvel from the TV shows that they've seen. They've never picked up a Marvel comic book, so they don't know what they're talking about. And they're
true.
just in there blowing air.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it. I'm not with it, but I get it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I tried to go back and watch Echo.
I have yet to watch that, so
Don't bother.
I couldn't do it. I
Don't
couldn't do
bother.
it.
Look, don't
Yeah.
bother. It was so. I mean, Fisk's character was the highlight of the whole thing for me. The Native American Mexican girl with the
Yeah.
amputated leg, I thought that was great. But then all of a sudden, she goes from a shirt and blue jeans to partially in her superhero costume.
Okay.
Then her grandmother just out of the blue starts starts sewing one together. I'm like, why would you do that? It didn't make any sense, you know.
Right.
Again, I think it was Disney's whole little, we're trying to make everybody included in the thing. And on that note, Lucasfilm I think Disney all together has gotten rid of their whole DEI department stuff.
They did. It's across the board everywhere. So
hopefully we'll get back to some real some real storylines. Stop hiring people who don't know that don't know the material. Let
Correct.
them read the comics because this is the source material that we need.
Yeah.
You know,
I was going to say, because I think with Ryan Reynolds, how well, Deadpool and Wolverine did, they see people are still hungry for that type of, that type of movie, but they're not giving it to people. They're still trying to put out what they want. And that hasn't worked for the past 7, 8 years. So they know they need to change. And hopefully we'll get something better coming up, because I haven't been, like you said, everything that comes out, I have not really enjoyed. Now, I did like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That TV show was very good. And it was a prequel to the Captain America movie. I think you really need to see that along with the Eternals and along with the Incredible Hulk that they did years ago. I think that gives you a baseline for that movie.
definitely.
And yeah, now that movie was fantastic. And if you see that, you get that in your mind, then you'll understand what they were doing with this story. And I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. I mean, it is, for me, it's still better than Civil War. And I've enjoyed every Captain America movie, but I love this one way better than Civil War. It's more than likely going to be third on my list when you think of just the Captain America.
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
yeah,
I like First Avenger. That's still my favorite Marvel movie. This
love that.
one ranks second. I'm with you on the whole Civil War thing because I back then that Civil War 2, that fight scene between him, Bucky, and
Yeah.
Iron Man made me a real Cap fan. I dropped Iron Man and went straight to Captain America
Yeah, it's true. I can see that.
because he that was his boy from
Yeah,
1940s. This dude put
yeah,
newspapers in his shoes and all this other stuff. And of course, Cap and Iron Man had that little thing going on beforehand. Everything's nothing special. Everything came out of a bottle for you, and da 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 da. He's like, yeah, what are you? Money and armor. Take all that away. What do you got? You know what I mean? And I love, because I hear it all the time. Well, Iron Man built his armor, and Batman had Lucius Fox. Y'all need to stop with that.
yeah. There's no
That's
comparison.
something that they created, and then it's kind of like going on. He's in part of the R&D, but Batman created his own stuff.
Yes,
You know, so I just found it wild that all that stuff was coming out like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I just, the way everybody was doing stuff and the way everything was happening. I really hope that we get more, of course, better stuff and everything else. Um, but I notice now I'm having a problem with my with my laptop. So I think it's time we're gonna have to cut this one short before everything dies on me. I see everything is like,
all
guys,
right.
I had to get this out tonight because it was just one of those things that could not wait. But I want to thank Marky Mark for joining me. Stay tuned. We're going to get together with Mark Lewis and do something as soon as I can get some power. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. But I will see you guys right after we take this short break and I plug everything in and get everything juiced up. Marky Mark, you got anything else to say?
Now, I just want to let everybody know, like, if you have the opportunity to see the Spider-Man TV show, by all means, you definitely need to take part of it. It is a great show. And again, Captain America, Brave New World is a fantastic movie. You really need to check these two things out because Marvel has got a hit with at least these two shows coming out now. So
Definitely.
don't sleep on that.
Definitely. All right, guys. I want to thank you for joining me and welcome to the Portal Room. We will not be on any social media on Friday, but Saturday we'll be back stronger than ever.